Hi, my name is Blanca, and I am going to talk to you about the structure of the eye. I am going to label it as I am describing some of the things in the eye structure, and what it consists of, and what each of the parts do. I'm going to start with the very first one, and I pre-numbered them ahead of time just to make it easier. And I will also be using colored pens to kind of highlight the area because I understand the image might not be very clear. So the first one we're going to start with is the cornea, which is the front part of the eye. That's a clear, transparent part of the outer protective layer of the eye. And it also it helps provide the major refraction of the light coming into the eye. That is the cornea. And in this image, you're going to see it's right here in the front. But in reality, when we're seeing our eyes, it's the clear part, so it doesn't have color. It's very important that all the parts in the eye are clear so that the image appear clear when they are transferred. The image is transferred to our brain. So then this second part, number 2, is the aqueous humor, which is a clear liquid. It's like a watery fluid, aqueous humor. And it's on the anterior segment of the eye, and it provides some of the nutrients for the surrounding parts around the eye. So actually that liquid would be here in the front. I'm going to kind of highlight it with blue just so that you would know where it goes, but it's actually translucent. Meaning there's no color to it. It's just a clear image. Number 3 is this part right here, and that actually is your iris. The iris is the colored part in your eyes, whether it's green, brown, blue eyes, or even hazel eyes. That is this part, the colored part of the eyes. And it actually, what this does, it enlarges and contracts, letting a certain amount of light into your eyes so that you're able to control the amount of light going into the eye. Part of that one is, sorry, that one is the iris. In the middle of the iris is your pupil. And again, I'm going to switch color. This is the pupil, number 4 in my chart. The pupil it's not an actual part, it's actually a hole, and the reason it looks black in everybody's eyes is because there's no light coming from the interior of the eye towards that area, so it usually appears black. And when there's a lot of light, you see the pupil actually getting smaller, which is the part that I was talking about earlier with the iris, that the iris enlarges or gets smaller depending on how much light you see. So this is the black part of the eye. This is your iris, and the muscles that control the iris are right here, are the ciliary muscles. And I know I skipped into number 6, which is this part, but I wanted for you to see the muscles, and they're attached to the iris. Behind that was the one I skipped, was the lens. This is the lens, and the lens is actually what gives you the secondary refraction after the cornea, which makes it either enlarge or contract to control the amount of light going into the eye. Number 7 is a liquid that is behind the eye, which is the posterior part of the eye, which is right here, and it's almost like a gel like substance. And it is behind the lens. This is a lens, so this one is the vitreous humor. And then we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the layers. The layers, when we talk about the layers, the outer white part that we see in the eye, that one is called the sclera. And it helps protect the layers of the eye, because now we're going to go inside into the layers of the eye. That's your first layer, your sclera. And then the next layer that we see here, I'm kind of using my pen to kind of highlight it a different color, is your choroid. And that is a layer between the sclera and the next layer, which is your retina. And the retina is an inner lining inside your eye, which contains a lot of the nerve cells, and it receives the light coming from the pupil into and converting it into electric impulses, which relate to the brain using the optic disc, also called the blind spot of your eye, and the optic nerve. And the optic nerve is a bundle of fibers that carry the vision related impulses from the retina to the brain. Now, after this, I am going to talk to you about a few of the things that could go wrong when you damage your eye.